Let's have our hearings again. We're going to have people come out pro and con, and let's put the issue up for a vote, because I guarantee you that is what Rhode Island wants.
The push to ban assault-style weapons in Rhode Island continues. Today we heard from state officials, advocates, and sponsors of a bill to do just that. If passed, the bill would not only ban the sale of those weapons, but also manufacturing and possession. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie was in the stateroom for this morning's news conference that is. And Alex, you also heard from those in opposition to the bill. So what are both groups saying tonight?
Well, Shannon, the governor and others in the stateroom said Rhode Island is ready for an assault weapons ban. Not everyone thinks so, though. Senate Minority Leader Jessica De La Cruz tells me that this bill would penalize law-abiding citizens, and a local gun rights organization says that this is a failed attempt to make the state safer. If passed by the General Assembly, Rhode Island would become the 10th state to enact a law banning not only the sale, but the manufacture and transfer of assault weapons.
I'm ready to sign this bill into law the moment that it hits my desk, and it's time.
The legislation builds on previous gun safety legislation Governor Dan McKee signed into law last year. McKee had previously filed a proposed assault weapons ban in 2021, but it never got a vote. The bill's sponsors say the time is now.
We have debated, we have argued, we have held our hearings, and we have heard from the public, and now it is time to vote.
But gun rights supporters are continuing to fight this kind of bill becoming a reality.
They keep promoting how they want everybody to feel safe in their home. Well, you know what? I feel safer in my home with a firearm.
Brenda Jacob of Rhode Island Revolver and Rifle Association tells me the state would go in the wrong direction if this kind of bill were passed.
And right now, law-abiding citizens are the ones that are being used as a pawn in this game.
Attorney General Peter Nerona says that's not the case.
So what we often hear when we are proposing new legislation is we're turning law-abiding citizens into criminals. Well, that's not what this legislation does, and it's not what any previous legislation has done.
Now, there are some big penalties with this proposed bill. If passed, violators would be subject to up to 10 years in prison or a fine of $10,000, and they'd have to forfeit their weapon. Reporting live in Providence, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.
Meantime, Governor Dan McKee has launched another effort to ban assault-style weapons like the AR-15.
He had a lot of support at his announcement at the State House this morning.
I'm ready as governor. I'm ready to sign this bill into law the moment that it hits my desk, and it's time.
But some gun rights supporters tell 12 News they are prepared to fight it once the bill gets formally introduced.
12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie joins us outside the State House now with responses from both sides of the issue. Alex?
Well, this bill would build on previous gun safety legislation that the governor signed into law last year. Gun safety advocates say while the time is now, it's also long overdue, while gun rights supporters say that they feel this bill would not make Rhode Island any safer.
It's actually going to push us in the wrong direction.
Brenda Jacob of Rhode Island Revolver and Rifle Association says she feels an attempt to ban the sale, manufacture, and transfer of assault weapons in Rhode Island would hurt law-abiding citizens.
Because what we should be doing is we should be investing more in our kids, more in our school systems, more in after-school programs to prevent kids from growing up to become criminals and getting in trouble.
There are some stiff penalties with the proposed bill. If passed, violators will be subject to up to 10 years in prison or a fine of up to $10,000 and forfeiture of the weapon.
Now it is time to vote.
Supporters question, with dozens of mass shootings already recorded in the first month of 2023 alone, why not now?
Think about the places you frequent, your grocery store, your children's schools, your places of worship, your favorite club or dance hall, your workplace, your local movie theater, your own front porch, or your neighbor's front porch. Frequenting these places should not be a death sentence for any of us and for our loved ones.
A spokesperson for House Speaker Joe Shekarchi tells me he's keeping an open mind on this issue. Now, as a reminder, after this bill is introduced, it will be assigned to a committee for a review, and then the public can testify on the topic. For now, reporting live in Providence, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.